Hi everyone. So I am thinking about like little tiny feces in a positive note. Little babies in mothers' bellies because I'm listening to Darksiders. It's a video game, and I just watched part 3 and part 2, and then I'm watching part 1. And I'm just like listening to it on my iMac. So I'm just laying here with my eyes closed, and I can hear the character walking, running, stepping in water. So there's splashes. So I can hear the sound of water. I can hear grunts. I can hear a lot of that stuff. So it made me think of how a baby must be able to hear everything, even when the mother washes her hands, goes in the restroom to shower. I'm sure the baby can hear the water and all that without being afraid, because it's like someone putting a human being, well, an adult human being, inside of like a bag or a um, haystack duffel bag. And so, or, blindfolding someone and then them not knowing where they're at. So they have to what? They have to do what? They have to listen. But at that instance, a grown up would be afraid, right? Of the unknown. That would be scary. But not for the baby, because it just knows it's in a safe place. And there's no panic whatsoever. So if we just stop and listen, we could hear everything. And some of these activities are repeated every single day. So I'm thinking that the baby in a pregnant mother would basically get accustomed and understand. The baby would start understanding the daily activities of the mother, and then the sounds. So, because if we hear like a foreign sound, something that we're not really used to or accustomed to, we're we're like, what was that noise? We don't really know. But like, say for example, someone honks. After a certain age, we all know how a car sounds like, a car horn sounds like. But if someone at a younger age, they might not understand. So they're like, where did that sound come from? Oh, where's that sound coming from? And what is it? That type of thing. I think it's pretty interesting. I think that um I think that would be a cool test to take. Listen to sounds and then maybe answering from like different possibilities, maybe like three possibilities, like A, B, C, or even four, A, B, C, D, like all the above or whatever. That way, like, in school, that way, like, people can get really educated and have more to have more of an understanding of what's out there and what's available to people. Because a lot of people, um, they grow up, well, some people don't even grow up at all. Some people have premature deaths, that type of thing. And it's sad. And maybe it's because they weren't, they didn't know everything that was out there and available to them. And maybe by having tests like what I'm describing, it will create more interest in people's minds and bring more alertness and attentiveness to reality and bringing people to understand and know the world that they're in, because it took me a while to understand a lot. I don't know what it was. Maybe I didn't study that much. Maybe I wasn't taught that much. I don't know, what it really is, but it's never too late. That's the beauty of it. Like here I am 30 years old and I love learning. I'm still learning. Sometimes, that's why there's like the blueprints out there. People are offering people through online advertisements about ways for people to sign up. So, in order to be successful and be an achiever and not to go through the trial and error that they once went through, so there's that step forward, that advantage, you know? So I just thought about that right now. I don't even know. I don't even think that was the reason for this video. But it just worked out that way. I was just thinking about, because it even makes me, sometimes it makes me react. I'm listening and there's like swords, you know, because it's like a video game action. So there, there's characters that are battling. So my mom was thinking about something funny, but then I heard the swords, and it got me on a more serious note. After all, it wasn't so funny. It's strange what sounds can do to us. It's beautiful. I mean, sometimes I even lay here and I listen to like a creek, a river, sounds of birds and nature. I even created a video of the ABCs with different animal sounds. I just thought it would be cool, especially for babies. And that concept is there, still there, not was. That would be weird, right? If it was there, that means it's no longer there. That's not what I mean, obviously. So yeah, like a dog, for example. What does that sound? Some people already know. What about a cat? Everyone knows that one as well. What about an alligator? Not everyone knows that one. A giraffe, a bat, a jet, an airplane. Bubbles. See, and it makes us, understand. It develops our brains. It gives us a mental picture. And I can see it more better because I had an illustrative format through the World Wide Web, the internet, where I was able to actually see the images of different animals or things, objects, stuff like that. It helped me a lot. And I think that it's good as well if more illustrative examples were presented in definition form when someone types in what is the definition of, and then blank, underlined, blank, with obviously various illustrative formats of like every single word. So if anyone's in doubt, they can easily and quickly click on it and look at some images, and those images will be quickly recorded and can easily be referenced in a future date without having to do so much thinking and processing, buffering, loading, that type of thing. It would just be boom, instant recall, recalling the information. Do you recall when Francisco slapped you in the face? Buffering, loading, no. No, yes, no. I remember, but then I don't. Anyways, God bless everyone.